Craftsman LTX1000, just a different color, same as an LT1000. Well guys, it is Sunday, and as you can see we've got another tractor in the shop here. I just picked this thing up, not too bad of shape. And yeah, it's just a regular Craftsman, looks like an LT1000. Obviously just painted a different color and put a cup holder in it, no surprise there. But yeah, overall it's not too bad of shape. Dude said pretty much just needs a tune-up. He actually said he had it running when we got there, but when we got there it didn't fire up. So that was no surprise there. But you know, it's a regular 2000 model. The year it was made was 2000. But not too bad. You know, just a regular Craftsman, like I said, nothing too fancy. It's got the opposed twin on it. Needs a new little guy right there. And it's pretty funny. I had sold this guy a motor back in the winter. I think it was like an 8-horse Tecumseh Snow King there. And that's how I got it. He actually called me up. He remembered me. He had my number. And he's like, oh yeah, I don't know if you want this tractor or not, but I'll give you this guy for 100. Actually, no, I'd take that back. For $250. And, well, actually, I originally only went there for just one tractor. And he said 150 bucks will take this. And you know, it wasn't too bad. I get up there and I grab it, I pay him, and he says, oh well, I have this other tractor down back. It's got a motor in it, don't know what's up with it, and I didn't want really the tractor really. Just wouldn't be able to fit it in. And so I popped the motor off of it, and I got this motor. It's a 20 horsepower Briggs & Stratton V-twin. I got the covers and stuff right behind me. But yeah, he threw that in as well, and couldn't pass up that. It's actually good too. I already checked both cylinders. I'm getting ready to check the heads next, make sure there's no bad valve seals on them, because that's pretty common on this. And this thing here will, if it runs, if everything's all checked out good, this thing will be going on my Husqvarna zero turn. But then he said, I don't know if you want to follow me to my mother-in-law's house, but we also have this drill press. And I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of sort of need a drill press. And yeah, so I ended up getting this guy. Threw in 100 bucks to him. I figured it was a pretty damn good deal, just because on how it is. It's so clean. This thing is not used much. Guy said it's been sitting in his the basement, his mother's or his mother-in-law's basement for pretty much since the time they got it. I guess what happened was the father-in-law there, he bought this thing new back in the day, and then I guess a couple months after that he ended up dying. So pretty much everything on here is original, never really used, and belts, you know, look fairly good. No dry rot or cracking, which is good. And as you can see, there's like little or no rust on the pulleys. I mean, this thing is almost like new. So I couldn't pass up that deal. 100 bucks for Central Machinery. This thing's made in Italy too, so that's pretty cool. Tried doing a little bit of research on it, couldn't find too much on it. But I figured 100 bucks, that's not a bad deal. I like it. Should do the job pretty good on some of the other shit that I do. I'm always needing, you know, stuff to be drilled out, and this is perfect for what I need. And actually, it's really heavy. It's really heavy. So I'm not really sure where I'm gonna put this guy yet. I mean, it's a good size. I mean, it's almost as tall as me. But you know, fires up, and the best part about it is like this thing is mint. There's no play. Usually, if you grab the shaft and there's play, usually they've been used quite a bit. There's no play other than the one screw part, which has to have play in it, obviously. But the chuck itself is good. You know, this thing is pretty nice. All the gears are perfect. The shaft's straight on it. You know, I've checked it out, and it looks pretty decent. So I paid 100 bucks for it. I figured it would be worth it. I eventually need to get one, and well, I was either gonna get one at Harbor Freight for 100 bucks, and it's just gonna be a benchtop one, or I was gonna get this thing for 100 bucks, and it'd be a stand-up one and a lot nicer, and one that would probably last 4 times as long as the Harbor Freight one. But I think we need to put some Loctite on these handles. Don't like that too much. Other just keep spinning on you. You know, you're supposed to spin rarely when you think about it, but I've never really liked it when they spin when you turn it. So whatever. So yeah, and then he also just threw in this push mower. Nothing too special there. Just a Toro push mower, pretty shitty. I'm not even gonna do anything with it. Probably just gonna pop the aluminum body off of it, pop the motor off it, and send it to the scrapyard. Nothing worth on to keep it. I know someone that needs that bagger, so I'm gonna sell the bagger for like $10. But overall, it wasn't a good haul for 250 bucks. You know, can't really complain. These are the covers here he's talking about. Oh yeah, that air filter is beautiful. But yeah, 20 horsepower Platinum Intech Craftsman turbo cool there. That guy, and there's the cover. No pipes, he didn't have the exhaust, I guess. He said his kid was trying to put it on a tractor to make it race or something like that, but it was just one of those projects that didn't last, I guess. So, but I won't have time this week to put this thing on my Husqvarna, unfortunately. So this will be like another week's project. I didn't check this thing had oil in it. Yeah, it's got a little oil in it, very little. But yeah, so that's what I got going on. Gonna put you guys in the charger. I'm gonna do a little bit of tinkering around with this thing. I know for a fact it needs a new steering gear, because well, it did need a new steering gear. What happened? All of a sudden it works. Huh. That's weird. Maybe it was hitting something. Because when I was steering it earlier, oh, there it is. Yeah, definitely needs a new steering gear put in. So that's no big deal. I'll figure it out. Shouldn't be too hard to pop in and out. I mean, I've done them once and twice before. So, yeah, not a bad little haul. Not a bad little haul. You know, let's get rid of the 6-speed on it. Oh, wait a minute. This is a hydro. Oh, I didn't even realize that. I got confused because of the numbers. Oh, that's pretty nice. I did not realize that. Is it? Oh yeah, would you look at that? It's even got a hydro leaf valve. I didn't even notice that. That is cool. I didn't even notice that, so that just actually increased the value a little bit. Beautiful. Those are blades, pretty shitty. Actually, they're not too bad. Those are not too bad at all. Wow. See, like, this is actually the first time I'm looking at it. Usually when I buy the tractors, guys, I don't really look at them. I just check out the basic shit and throw it in the truck and leave. So, not bad, not bad. I guess we'll have to get rid of that hydro shit there. So that way, well, get rid of the shifter plate here because people are going to think that it's a 6-speed. Well, it's not. It's actually a hydro. Woo! Alright, let's get some shit straightened out here. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Oh yeah. Alright, so here's where we are with this Craftsman LTX. Got the steering shaft out of it and it was pretty damn worn out. Yeah. So, put it over in the light so you guys can see it, but I don't know if you noticed, but that one gear right there, it's pretty much stripped out and it kind of sort of spirals out, as you can tell. It goes from like thick over here to like thin, and then in the middle it's just really thin. Same deal on this shaft here. So luckily I have a shaft, but the only problem is I thought that one right there that's sticking out of that bin was the one that I had, but it turns out that's not it. It's for like a newer style LT1000 and it's not going to fit in there. Different setup. So luckily I didn't scrap those other tractors yet, and I guess I'll be popping one of those off tomorrow. I can't do it today because I've already buried it with the other tractors that piled up on top of them. So I'll have to wait till my dad comes home tomorrow or something like that so he can help me get the tractor back over here so I can pop the steering shaft off of it. Unless I find neighbor Jim, maybe he'll be around and I can grab him, but yes, I guess I'll be on hold until tomorrow for the steering shaft. But I'm going to get ready to work on this motor, see what's up with it. And for all I know, it could just have bad gas. I noticed one thing, needs new fuel lines to the carbs, so I'm going to go ahead and replace those as well. I mean, might as well since I'm here. But But I'm going to do a really fast flip on this thing. It's not going to be a boom, boom, boom. Oh, it is going to be a boom, boom, boom. It's not going to be like a slow, couple day project. This thing's going to get done. Hopefully Monday night I'll power wash it and stick her on Craigslist for a couple $100. I sold one of these. Well, it wasn't LTX, but it was just a real LT1000, but a silver one. I think I sold it for either 600 or 500. So I'm gonna list this one for 500 and see what happens. I'm gonna look at it pretty much this way, that I'm in it for 250 bucks. That's just the way I'm gonna look into it, and I guess I'll just make some profit off that for the, son of a bitch there, and the motor and the mower. So I'll just chooch it all off this one tractor, and I'll make a couple of $100, that's for damn sure. But yeah, also I got them rims off the hydro last night, and that was a challenge and a half. I made a video of it that's going to go on the Tractor Chop Shop Facebook page. I just got to edit it up, and it's a pretty funny video. No talking really, it's just a bunch of swearing and beating and bashing. It was not easy trying to get the hammer into the rim because the sledgehammer over there, or I don't know what it did with it, but it kept on whacking the rim and it just bounced back on. I got a couple of blisters from it yesterday. But I did get her off, and then I came out this morning to find this nice little puddle of hydrostatic fluid. Sure enough, it's the oil filter down the bottom there. It's leaking right out of this bottom one. Probably got banged up yesterday. They put a hole in it, or probably one of the seals is just bad. So that's no big deal there. It's just, it's just leaking right here. So no cracks. I already checked this one. So got a nice little puddle there. That's for damn sure. So I noticed this is a hydro gear. I did find a model number right there. So I have to do a little more research on it, and we'll take her from there. But this is a big transmission, I tell you that. I had a guy yesterday come and pick up that motor, that Kohler motor yesterday, and he's trying to tell me that his transmission is bigger than his Craftsman DLT. I'm like, there's no fucking possible way. So people just need to learn their shit, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna get to work on this motor, try and get it going, and see what's up with it. I didn't really look at the gas, even if it even had gas. Let's take a quick peek at that. It's got very little gas. Smells alright. So, yeah, I guess we'll have to investigate. Could be just a simple problem. Could be you got maybe even flooded it, bad spark plug, the usual bullshit. Actually, that's not even the right spark plug. Holy shit, look at how tiny that thing is. Just out of curiosity, let's see how long that spark plug son of a bitch is. Oh, need my son of a bitch. I'll have to show you guys my shirt. I'm wearing my brand new shirt, the one I got for, holy shit. It's flooded, that's for sure. Spark plug looks new, but it definitely is not the right one. I think a J19LM is longer than that. Let's see, maybe not. Oh, actually this isn't a J19LM. It's like a weed eater one. Here's one. Yeah, it's about right, but yeah, I think it's just flooded. I can smell the gas right off the spark plug. So I'll change out the spark plug, see if it'll crank over again, see what happens. But yeah, I'm wearing my brand new shirt that I got a few weeks, or about a week ago, from the Facebook page there I was telling you guys about, and take a look at my back. Like, the whole son of a bitch is all dirty. So I gotta go change my shirt. I wasn't thinking that I was going to be crawling on the floor today, but sure enough I am. But, oh well, what can you do? Probably should check the oil on this thing too. Never did do that. Like I said, guys, I don't even look at this tractor. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'll change it anyway. And usually I saw this tractor, you know, grab it anyway. It's worth it in parts. Anyway, I'm gonna go change my shirt, get something to eat, and we'll probably start working on that motor. That should be fun. Another opposed twin 20 Briggs. Platinum. Runs cooler. Yeah, right. Bullshit. I like to heat up and blow up. Well, something definitely doesn't sound right with the motor. It definitely needs a good carb cleaning. I knew it off the bat. That's probably what it is, and sure enough. But it sounds like there's something else like in there. I don't know. It just sounds like there's something hitting right there. I think I'm gonna pop this cover off real quick and take a look in there. Something just does not sound right on it. I don't know. Sounds kind of stiff, you know. Something's jamming up right there. So I'm gonna pop this cover off and I'm gonna look into it. Something just isn't right. Well, sure enough, I found the problem, and let's see if any of you guys can pick up what's wrong other than the just let this thing focus here. Obviously, you can see that the rings are stripped. You know, the gears, but look what's wrong, guys. I don't know if any of you guys can tell what happens if I do that. Yeah. Somebody, at one point or another, probably rebuilt this, well, not rebuilt it, but probably replaced the ring gear on the starter there, and didn't put it back together the right way. Oh yeah. This starter's not on the right way. That was actually what was making that noise I heard. Couldn't figure it out. It was like making like a little weird chatter noise, and well, they put the spring on the bottom, not on the top. The spring's supposed to go on the top, not the bottom, if I do recall right. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna take a look at one of my manuals real quick and just double check that, because I think that starter is built backwards, I guess we can call it. Let's see, where's my good... Oh wait, no, I moved everything around. So that's what happens when you move shit. I have to break out my manual. Hold on a second. Where are you? Come on. Alright, just pulled up my Briggs manual here for the Vanguard series engines, and yeah, sure enough, I'm right. Spring is on backwards. Spring, well, not on backwards, just not in the right spot. It's supposed to go cap, well, there's a little ring that goes on the cap, which I'm not showing the picture of. Cap, washer that's got the curve in it, spring, then gear. They have it completely backwards. They have washer, spring, gear, cap, then little lock gear there. So yeah, but I just noticed actually, wow, actually I never noticed this before. There's actually a tool that removes those ring gear pieces. I've never really noticed that. That's pretty cool. 6, what is 6? Whatever this 6 is must be like a tool to put that piece on too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, would you look at that? Learn something new every day. Yeah, so that's why I was making that weird chattering noise. Couldn't quite put that together, and yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll have to fix that somehow. Don't know. Might have a gear. I'll have to look in my drawer. I think I might have a gear. I'm not really sure. This might need some investigations. Gotta dig through all this mess. I gotta get one of them pegboard racks. So I have to dig through that, find out if I have a gear or not. If not, then I'll probably have to order a new gear. Probably order a new C-clip there that goes on the top. And I guess we'll have to take it from there. Yeah, why a minute, I must well replace that fuel line because it looks pretty damn crispy. Yeah, that is nice. I couldn't figure what that noise was. It just made like a weird little chattery noise, and sure enough, that was the problem. Well, what do you know? What do you know? Fun, fun, fun! Oh yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I don't know what's going on, but this thing keeps on breaking up. Like every other station is fine but country. It's like, Jesus Christ, the one station I like, of course it's gotta be like all chattery. So I gotta fix that antenna eventually. But yeah, so I did find a brand new ring gear. I got lucky, I guess. So I guess I'll end up using this guy. Should work. Should be the right, yeah, that's the right gear. I ordered one last summer. But yeah, sure enough, the spring was on backwards. Like I said, I already popped everything off, and no mouse nest, which was kind of surprising. Just clean. But yeah, there's the key piece right there. You lose that piece right there, you're kind of sort of screwed because then you have to buy a new one. Luckily, I was able to save it. But yeah, so this spring was like that. Went pushed all the way down. What am I doing here? The gear was on there. And sure enough, just kept on pushing it up, and that's what it did. You can possibly maybe rotate it. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not going to take a chance of rotating it. Probably could just rotate it. Yeah, I don't know if you can rotate them or not. Never really tried it before. If you know, let me know. It'd be good information, but I have one. I think they cost, I don't know, $6-7, so I'm going to pop a brand new one on and put it on the proper way. Not the opposite way. Surprisingly enough, the flywheel came right off, so I imagine that this guy probably did it and then didn't realize what he was doing and stripped out his sturdy gear there, and sure enough, that was that noise I was hearing. I couldn't figure out what that chattering noise was. It was just making like a weird little noise. So, surprisingly it didn't burn out the starter too, because sometimes these gears will get stuck in the gears in the flywheel, and it'll actually start rotating the starter backwards and doing some crazy shit to your starter. So you got lucky. You got lucky. So aluminums. Dry rotted friggin' fuel line. Oh yeah, we'll be replacing some fuel lines on this thing too. Alright, let's change out a starter ring gear piece, whatever you want to call it, gear thingy majigger thing that's sitting right there on the dash. And we're all back together, just like that. So, I got the starter going the right way now. We got the spring in the top, along with a little washer on the top, and the thing down the bottom, so that way it just goes, you know. But usually, most of the times when I go to do these starters, that ring that's on the top there, the little clip ring that goes right there, that goes around it, usually those don't last when you pop them off, so I'll be pretty amazed if this actually holds. So if it doesn't hold, then I'll be probably buying a new clip ring. But usually after about maybe 4 cranks, if it holds on good, then you're golden. But if not, then you gotta go buy a new clip ring. So I'll give it a quick little test shot. I'm actually just gonna disconnect the plugs here because I don't want it firing up. So moment of truth. That should work. Actually reseated it pretty good too. So it'll work pretty good then. So those are just a quick little tests. Usually if it pops up 3 to 4 times, then you're golden. Sure enough, we're golden. So now I'm going to replace these fuel lines. That should be a pretty fun job. Gotta get rid of this damn foam shit. I've never really noticed why, or why they even put this foam shit on there. I don't know, maybe one of you guys can tell me why. I mean, all it does is just attracts mice, and they make beautiful little nests inside your engines. You know, it's like friggin' pipe shit. This thing is just rotted out anyway. We ain't gonna replace it. Holy shit, this line is hard. Wow. Wait till you guys feel, well, you guys can't feel the line. I was just going to say, wait till you guys feel this line. Yeah, right. Pop the hood off so I don't scratch it like last time. That silver hood, remember that one where the sticker was? Fucked that up pretty good. Luckily the guy didn't care. Wow, this line is hard as anything. Which is the original line to it. So go ahead and replace that. And while I'm at it, I might as well do the carburetor. It did sound a little bit of rough. So we'll go ahead and pop that bolt off and give it a little spritz on the inside there. And should be good to go there. So, friggin' rights, we're getting there. Alright, so here's one of those hint/tip/reminders for you when you go to replace the fuel line and do the carburetor. The tip is to replace the fuel line first. Then, on these ones that have the rear tank in the rear there, rear gas tank, fire up the engine before you do the carburetor. And let the gas go through the hoses, then get into the carburetor so that we don't have any air in your line there, and you're not going to be pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping forever and draining your battery. So do that, then shut your engine off, and then what you want to do is you want to do your carb, and then you'll be golden. So I just went ahead and did all that, buttoned everything all back together, and we're golden now. Got some new hoses on, had to replace the fuel, not the fuel filter, but the fuel crimp line there. He told me that was new, he just replaced in the fall, so there's no sense in replacing that. But this guy was just pretty much rotted out, as you can see. It's pretty gnarly looking, so it's pretty hard too. But that's all buttoned up. And then my uncle just gave me a call, and I guess he was driving down the side of the, no, what am I saying? He wasn't driving down the side of the road. He actually was just driving down the side of the road talking to me, but I guess he was at one of his buddy's house, and somehow my name came up or something like that, and next thing you know, the dude's giving my uncle 2 free steel chainsaws. One's got like an 18-inch bar on it, and the other one's got a 16-inch bar on it. I forget what the numbers were, something 80, I don't really remember, but it was a pretty good deal for free. So he's going to drop those off maybe later on this week, if not next week, and I'll have some free steels. So I might fix one and then maybe give the other one to him, because I wrecked his last one. I had that Craftsman that's sitting right there actually. Craftsman chainsaw, and I completely trashed that thing. Tree fell on it and a bunch of other stuff. So I'll probably fix one for me and give one to him, and we'll have some nice new steel chainsaws. And you know, I still like my pole one though. I like that chainsaw. That's a powerful little chainsaw. It's got some giddy up to it. So yeah, so that's what today is. Another fun little fact for you. I was just over here picking at this motor a little bit, and when I was picking at it, I noticed something. I'm like, what the hell is this? And yeah, snakeskin. That was pretty wild. I'd never really seen a snakeskin in a motor before. It's actually quite a bit along here, and in the flywheel there. So this guy must have been a pretty good size one. So yeah, never really quite seen that on a lawn tractor. You don't usually have snakes in the city. So there you go. Got a little garden snake in there or something. Well, not in there anymore, but there was at one time. But yeah. So I think we're going to end the video here, guys. Tomorrow we're going to try and button this thing up. We'll pop the steering column all pieced back in. What else? Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. Button everything back up, power wash it, detail it, sharpen the blades on the deck, and this thing's out of here. Well, not out of here until I sell it. It'll be pretty much good to go, ready for sales. And also, I gotta drop off that Aaron zero turn tomorrow. Finally, that thing's gone. Scores! Finally getting rid of that thing. I can't wait for that thing to go. I just hate looking at that thing any longer. Just gotta sharpen the blades up on it. I'll probably do that tonight, and then tomorrow morning I'll zip the blades on and deliver it to the guy's house, so that guy will be out of here. Yeah. So I guess that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you want, check out a little extra video I'm going to be posting tonight on the Facebook page there of the Tractor Chop Shop and stuff like that. I'm trying to get into the habit of updating like a photo every day, something like that, and getting everything up there. And yeah. So, what do you know? So I'm going to post an extra little video up there. Check it out. And like if you want the page, and you know, So, I'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Till then, don't put your starter ring gear on backwards. There you go.